Hello, welcome to All About Energy Life. I'm Saba Rob, and today I'm joined with Pedro Mejia, a wonderful hypnotherapist, entrepreneur, and regression teacher. And today we're going to be discussing his session that he recently had with me, Business Alchemy Consultation. Welcome, Pedro.
Thank you, Saba. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited for us to really dig deep in and really discuss your session. I know this is your second one, come from a corporate background, and now you're branching out into other avenues. And wanted to just touch base to see how business alchemy can really help someone who's looking, building a business or comes from a business background and how it works and kind of get your opinion on your experience with the consultation.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, business alchemy is exactly what it is. What it sounds is exactly what it is, which is basically the transformation process of changing one thing to the next. And to the next thing is actually more of an elevated state of knowing exactly what you need to do within your line of business. Because I come from a corporate background, I'm very used to structure,
Mm-hmm.
strategy, and execution. And the way you conduct the sessions has a blend of all those things, but also something personal. As we all know, the personal aspect of ourselves also influence what we do in our business and our day-to-day lives. What you were able to do within the session, and I would say both sessions, and the second one is the one that we just finished, was really put things into place, things that were moving in my life as far as the opportunities that I have within my business and the things that keep expanding and giving me real guidance, but also why. Not only telling me where it's going to happen or how it's going to go, but more importantly, also why and how it's supposed to flow. Like I was saying, thank you. Like I was saying, is it allows me to put things into place because I've had some moving parts lately, positive parts, but
Mm-hmm.
really frames everything correctly as far as what are the different avenues of potential success and what are the things I should be looking into, not only from a strategic point of view of how I need to be going about these different opportunities, but also what's happening within me.
Okay.
So the fact that you're so powerful as far as understanding not only how we're supposed to take these unbelievable guidance and really focus on each little avenue of whatever we discuss in that session, but you also bring up the personal side, which goes, okay, maybe that's a little bit of a block. Maybe you need to look into this. These things that you unearthed yesterday were very powerful for me. I'll give you guys an example. I'm a hypnotherapist and I like to do meditations, and I've done some meditations for Sava and other people as well, personal custom meditations. And she literally just started bringing that information in through her own process and was able to really give me a finite solution as to why should that be the focus and how it's actually going to be expanding and how it could actually grow. So think about having a business consultant literally in front of you telling you, okay, here's what you need to be doing. Here's the framework. Here's the possibilities. Okay. And here's the potential objections, the obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
She does all of that fluidly, better than the consultants that you hire from the Fortune 100 companies. I mean, she does it so seamlessly. And then to put things that really take her above and beyond, which I think is very unique in the entire marketplace. I've never spoken to somebody like Saba ever before, is she's able to understand the energy within you of what's happening inside of you
Mm-hmm.
and how to maximize your assets, your strengths, your skill sets, and how to bring that into the world and be the best version of yourself too. So it's something that I cannot recommend enough to anybody, any business person that's looking to really take their business or at least get some guidance, get some solid guidance on what you need to be doing. It's just fantastic, really fantastic.
Yeah, wow. Thank you so much for the beautiful, kind words. I absolutely love doing these sessions because I really understand the language and the flow and energy of, we can call it money or business. And really, it's just an extension of who you are. And to really step into that flow and understand, okay, this is where your strongest points are, and start building this blueprint, if you will, because that's what I see in my mind's eye is this blueprint. And yesterday was a very fascinating session because it just kept taking these turns, and it kept going deeper. And the key for these sessions, and I can't stress this enough for anybody that's booking with me on these sessions, is to really have an open dialogue, complete raw conversation on everything and anything that can be business or non-business, because they're actually all interlinked.
That's so true. If you're gonna have this session, just be completely open to anything and the possibilities, because the more you're open yourself to it, the more she's able to do her thing, which is her gift, to be honest with you, which is an amazing gift, which is why it's so unique. But you have to really be vulnerable. I don't know what other words I could say, but be very specific of what's going on in your business. But also, if it's leading that way where it's talking about the personal, be open about that as well, because you'll never know what's actually might be blocking you from getting to that next step. Mhm.
That leads me to the next question. My clients have been feeling physical reactions during or after. Have you experienced anything since your session like that, where there was the actual blockage that you felt released, or anything that you felt physically?
Well, it was actually happening while you were talking.
Okay.
So, yes, so I felt something inside of me. So when somebody tells me something
Hmm.
and it's the truth for me, and
Hmm.
it's something that's deep within me that needs to sort of alchemize, if you
Right.
will, it happens instantly. So then I just go through the integration of just being at awe of what just happened.
Mm,
So for me,
right.
what you were telling me yesterday when we were having the session, and I was telling you I was feeling it all over my body because you hit something, you hit a nerve. So you hit a nerve, exactly what I need to be addressing, but also I feel that change of a refocus within me. Okay, I forgot about that. I need to really focus on this, but I felt it. So now all I have to do is now just go ahead and execute and go ahead and move forward, which is meditating for myself, doing meditations for myself. So it was really, I felt it instantly, instantly.
Right.
But not everybody's like that, but yeah, I felt it instantly.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, and sometimes it's something so simple that in someone listening to these interviews that I'm doing, it's like, oh, it's, like a little change, but it's huge because it actually, and I'm going to use these words because this is the way I interpret them, is it activates that blueprint. And it can just be like a slight change, a slight shift in the perception of what's going on, and making a little change if it resonates with you. And then boom, the activation happens. And that's the fun part, is that it's all these little micro changes or these micro perceptions that unblock and unearth those blockages that someone has within them, which is a reflection within their finances or in their business or their perception of them, right?
That's right. So the other thing is when you come into these sessions, you really have to be open minded,
Mm,
really open minded in the sense of allow somebody to tell you what they see. Because we go every day, I'm dealing with so many different things at once. We don't focus on the obvious sometimes, or focus what's inside of us or how we feel. We just focusing on doing what we need to be doing, especially as
mhm.
a business owner or an entrepreneur. So the fact that if you're allowing yourself to be open, you're allowing that person to really tell you what's happening, but you allowing yourself to listen to it and really either take it in or reject it. That's always your choice, whatever comes
Mhm.
in. So it's always a very session of flowing back and forth. Everything just flowing very, beautifully and is, with a lot of synchronicity. But you have to be open minded for that. Whatever comes out, and just be ready for that and go with it because you'll be led to a beautiful, beautiful path. And at the end, I'm telling you, all the things will make sense. Everything gets tied together, and your mind will be blown away.
Mind blown away. I love it. So, the other thing is, it's not a reading where you go in front of a psychic and they're just telling you all this information, is it? What is
No.
it like?
Okay. So with you, It's I'm talking to my friend. It's like you're literally just talking about what's happening with your business. So it's really more of a conversational thing. A psychic for me is more you go there and it's just one way communication.
Right.
This is a flow. This is a communication. This is a partnership. It's a partnership in presence, being present, meaning you have to be willing to hear, but also a partnership in being open to the energies that are flowing in. So I think it's a beautiful relationship because it's just a conversation flow. So I will say what I need to say. Saba will ask me what's going on. So this is an FYI. If you want to go into the typical session, Saba, you want me to explain to the
Yeah,
folks?
I would
Okay.
say for sure because it's best that people understand that this is a very natural conversation. There's nothing that's going to be, like you said, a one-way conversation. This portal opens the more you speak and the more detail you go into, and just random thoughts that pop in do not pop in by accident. As you can tell, the last couple questions that you put in that just randomly popped in were like mind blowing, right?
Correct. Correct. So the way the process works from I've had the pleasure of being on the other side of it is we sit down and she's just going to ask you the following. Tell me what's going on in your business. What's going on in your life? And you just start expressing. So as soon as you start expressing, guess what happens? You start putting your truth, your energy, whatever's happening. And you cannot hide your emotions. You cannot hide your thoughts. You cannot hide all the things that might be potentially even blocking you that you don't even realize. But Saba, because she's so in tune to the energies, she's able to see all those things. And not only is she's able to see those things, but she's also able to understand, okay, what you can do as next steps forward. The more you, so I talk, then she chimes in. This is what she sees. This is what she's getting. Then now I talk again. So it's a constant conversation flow. That's why I
Right.
say it's a partnership because the more I give, the more I receive. Same thing to for Saba. The more I give her, the more she's able to receive as far as what the information she's getting. So that's why it's a really great relationship. It's really conversational. That's the best way I could describe it. So mhm,
Right. It's a natural
very
conversation,
natural.
and it's important for the energy flow not to be blocked where you come in and say, "Okay, this fiscal year I'm doing this and da 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 and I need to take it to this and I need to know what's going on." And it's like, "No, I really need to look at your eyes, talk to you, understand what is it that you're wanting to do? What is it that you want? What are you trying to achieve? Where are you going?" And just really have these heart-to-heart conversations like a friend. And then from there, we're able to jump into the business. And sometimes it takes a turn to complete personal, and sometimes it's all business. It really depends. And I think with you is about 50-50, or maybe, I don't know. How would you interpret that? How did it come out for you?
Yeah, it was more like 60-40, 60 business, what I need to put
Yeah.
in, 40% of what I have not been tackling
Oh.
about myself.
I love
Yeah,
it. I love
yeah.
it. Now, as we talk about after this session, there is a level of integration that's involved with these as well, because, kind of sitting with it. And I know we're freshly after the session. Moving forward, do you feel like you have a game plan or things that you're looking at that will give you more clues onto achieving where you want to go? I mean, how do you feel post session?
Oh, I feel re-energized and I feel really great because some of them were simply confirmations, but others were completely new avenues that I didn't think about. So I am going to be executing,
All
which
right.
is why whoever's listening to this, if you're a business person, we all have a similar trait. We're doers.
Hmm.
Obviously, otherwise it's really hard to maintain a business. So get the information, allow yourself to integrate and process. And once you do that, off you go. You're gonna hit the ground running. So it's yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. I already have my notebook of exactly all the things I'm gonna be strategizing in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, yeah.
Awesome. This is exciting. I can't wait till our next session. And would you say this is a quarterly thing for you, or where would you say this fits in into your business plan?
That's a great question. Somebody could actually be doing this monthly. to be honest
Yeah.
with you, because monthly goals are really important. Quarterly might be a little bit too far outstretched, but depending on how busy
Mhm.
the individual is, monthly
Right.
would be ideal. Quarterly, quarterly would be really necessary for some people. So quarterly would be good, but monthly would be ideal.
All right, perfect. Well, Pedro, I do appreciate you jumping on today, taking time out of your busy schedule to talk about your experience with Business Alchemy. And here's to your business. And I can't wait to hear the exciting news on the new avenues that you're going to be walking into.
Thank you so much, Saba, for
Thank
your
you.
gift and your time.
Oh, thank you.